Venus signs and crosswatchers. Welcome to your timeless work, career, and vocation reading. I am your reader, fellow Virgo Sun sign Mark Angelo Lyons. Mal for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, days away from our 25th anniversary of May 1st, 2023. At the time of this timeless recording, there's a lot going on. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There is a Kindle version of it available. There is a link in the description box, and you can click that link and preview a good chunk of it for free, and you can get a little taste of the prayers, principles, and practices that have kept me in business, allowing me to fulfill my life purpose through the archetypal lenses of work, career, and vocation. Yeah, that's the Kindle version, but the original version, which is like a Fellini movie compared to the Kindle version, the Kindle version, that's a Virgo Freudian slip, Jungian slip. Some of my patrons on Patreon get the original version, edited with my dear Scorpio sister Jill Schweitzer. I love the original version. So some of my patrons on my membership platform, patreon.com/drawingthecircle, get that, but all of my subscribers get a whole bunch of things in common. Number one, they get the extended readings. All of them that I've done, they're like Path of True Love reads and Romantic Soulmate Contract reads. The second parts are juggernauts, and you can pay-per-view on Vimeo if you like, but all of my subscriptors, Mercury is retrograde at the time of this recording, Goddess help me, God help me too. They get all of the extended readings, past, present, and into the future, regardless of level of subscription. They also get a daily check-in with me pretty much every day. I rarely miss a day. I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link so only they can see it, and they can chat with me about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications and spiritual implications, always ending on a prayer, a blessing, a little something, something to send us on our way. And it is my favorite way to start the day because it sets me up for everything else I have to do as president of Drawing the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive, blah, blah, blah. I'm a Virgo. So if you feel so drawn, click the link, check it out. We got a lot of cool stuff coming down the pike this next year, at least at the time of this timeless recording. So click the link, check it out, and come play around on Patreon with the Archangel Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. That Virgos, whoop, you can call me Mal. Boom, Virgo power. Let's get down to work. If you're new to the channel, let me do some explanation before we get into divination. This is actually what I call a 3 levels of power reading. The literal level, the personal level, the symbolic level, 3 archetypal lenses, symbolic lenses, through which you can look at many different aspects of life, in this case, your life purpose, what you came in to do in this life. It's a lot to chew on all at once, so bringing it into 3 different levels of power: the physical, the mental, emotional, the spiritual, mystical. I'll explain that as I go. There are chakras involved. That's why my book, Words of Grace, it's divided into chakra chapters, right? So this is how I kind of pull this stuff off. I've been doing work, career, vocation readings since I learned about the 3 levels of power from Caroline Mace, MYSS. She's a PhD. There's a link in the description box to a lecture that she did about the 3 levels of power that has made a significant, it's a significant wisdom I've gained from looking through those 3 lenses in many different areas. Lots in the description box, actually, to check out other videos to take you deeper into this work, career, vocation stuff. But it is a general read. You take what resonates, you leave what doesn't, you check your other signs. Every sign gets a wild card from a deck that is chosen intuitively before I hit record. And Virgos, we're getting the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno, like a little piece of something to help you ground and manifest your life purpose. I do have this written down on the clipboard, so if I see any overt repetitions of archetypes or themes, I will try and catch them as we go, because check your other signs. Your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs can have very different takes on your work, career, vocation, and usually the readings have one of the 3 levels that is like leverage. Work a little bit on that and everything else shifts, because it's really all one thing. Like projecting white light through a prism, right? The life purpose is the white light. the spectrum is work, career, vocation, however you want to divide that up. So, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I will do the best to get us the clarity, guidance, and grace so that we can fulfill our life purposes, which is what we came in to do. And I would think the planet would only get better. Everyone, because we're all one, sacred truth of the root chakra, all is one. So as we heal, we all heal. But cross-watchers, this is a really good read for cross-watchers, because if you are dealing with tricky people in the work office, in your career, your collaborators, or maybe even in your spiritual calling, your vocation, this can give you some insight, some understanding, hopefully some sympathy and some empathy. So you may not be able to change what they're doing, but you can certainly see what your alchemy is about. From shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace. I'll talk about alchemy as we go. But for now, enough explanation. Let's get down to divination. And that shift for me happens in a lovely little 2-word spell my guides gave me a couple of years ago called Still Point. Let's go there. Let's go to the Still Point, shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. Still Point. Using the Caroline Mace archetype cards, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine. For the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video who are drawn to this reading, please, beloved ones, what are the archetypes in the 8th chakra for the life purpose, the work, career, vocation, for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers? Let's start with their work. First level of power, the 8th chakra, sending down the codes to all the other chakras underneath it, and all 3 levels, though. This is the first level, shifting what they attract and what they repel, so that they no longer need to delay what cannot be prevented in their work. First level of power, work in the world, survival, intuition, lower 3 chakra dominant, but that's the 8th chakra. What's going on in career? 2nd level of power, personal level of power, heart, third eye, crown chakra, dominant, creative, intuition, career, our passion, our hunger, our thirst, taking our inspiration, feeling it and chewing on it, and eventually, hopefully, setting it loose into the physical world. What's going on? Dominant 8th chakra, 2nd level of power, 3rd level of power, 8th chakra dominant, our spiritual power, our mystical power, the symbolic level of power, our archetypal power, our calling, our spiritual mission, at least the archetype in play, so that we can get some clarity on our vocation in this Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, and cross-watcher timeless work, career, vocation read. We lay them down 1, 2, 3 from the physical world up to the spiritual. We read them in reverse order. So, since these are in the title, okay, let's see how brave we are. Ooh, I bet pretty brave. So this is an athlete, judge, warrior contract. Loving that big time, because we have got bookends. There are 9 different families of archetypes, groups, if you want to call them that. The athlete is the action family archetype, as is the warrior, the action family archetype, with the judge, a wisdom family archetype. In career, this feels good. Now, it is a spectrum from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, in the language of spiritual alchemy. So Caroline Mace, MYSS PhD, she has written on the cards the shadow attribute, I call that lead, light, the gold, the light attribute, the gold, 3 atoms in between the 2 on the periodic table that cannot be created or destroyed, only released, transformed, changed, alchemized is how I roll with that. So let's look. Now, you'd say an athlete in my spiritual mystical power? Yeah. The shadow attribute, misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. And if you think that doesn't indicate the spiritual ego, the ego is just out for its survival. So it will take any kind of spiritual information or disinformation and use it in a way that's not all that very healthy, particularly dealing with the deadly sin of entitlement, the deadly sin of the solar plexus. We'll get there. The gold. I have the athlete in my life in a lot of different ways. Dedication to transcending physical limits, like even financial physical limits, right? It's like, well, you know, so what do? You train physical limits, including handicaps that can be more than just physical handicaps across the board. Development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. So this is a very solar plexus and throat chakra willpower choices and decisions here. So we'll see what chakras are there. The judge archetype, a wisdom family archetype in your career, is wonderful. However, the shadow, the lead, offering only destructive criticism, misusing business, legal, or criminal authority. It's putting your thumbs on the scale. It's being unfair. Okay? The light attribute, balancing justice and compassion. And justice and compassion, that has got the Kabbalah, the Kabbalistic tree of life, just stamped on it for me. Managing the fair distribution of power. So fair distribution of power in so many different ways. How many different types of flavors of power you got, right? Creative power, healing power, spiritual power, mental power, emotional power. So that's interesting. I like that. But in work, you better work, witch warrior, the warrior archetype, the shadow attribute. See if you can relate to this in the business world. Trading ethical principles for victory at any cost. Indifference to the suffering inflicted by others. Come on, that's the way the business has been pretty much going for a very long time on this planet. The light attribute, you'll love this. Strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice in conquering the ego. And I would take the word conquering out of that and put integrating the ego, because the ego is just a part of the soul that is most dormant, and it is here to survive. Considering no one stays in the same body forever unless you're Nosferatu. No to Nosferatu. Chances are we're not going to be in these bodies forever, so there is that sense of it, right? But keep in mind, the lead here is going to pop up. Now, this might not just pop up in you. You could be dealing with somebody who has these archetypes for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Archetypes work. Read Sacred Contracts by Carolyn Mace. I'm not kidding. So we're going to look at the chakras underneath. We're going to do the next 4 chakras down. Heart, third eye, crown, the daughters of the moon. That's the world behind your eyes, your internal world. These 3 archetypes are all 8th chakras, so they all relate to what's going to happen in your 3rd level of power. But this one is definitely 2nd chakra, career, heart, third eye, crown, dominant, but we get to see it holographically throughout the whole thing. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my goddesses of earth, the sign of Virgo, and powers of the north, please, beloved goddesses of mutable, ever-shifting, ever-changing element of earth, 3 cards face down. For the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers who are watching this video and who are drawn to this reading, what do they need to be aware of? Heart, third eye, crown, internal, because that's, where the alchemy, the choice, throat chakra minimum, and we're seeing some willpower stuff here, and certainly choices and decisions of the judge archetype in career. So, for the Virgos and the cross-watchers in their work, warrior in the 8th chakra, what's under that? Heart, third eye, crown. For the 1st level of power, their work, their survival, intuition, lower 3 chakra, dominant. We'll get those in the next 3 cards for the Virgos and the cross-watchers. There we go. Career. The judge in the 8th chakra for this heart, third eye, crown, dominant, creative intuition of career. For the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and cross-watchers, judge in the 8th, heart, third eye, crown, and in our vocation. The athlete, I do consider myself a little bit of a mystical, spiritual athlete for the amount of training and hurdles and boot camp. I had to go through boot camp spiritually to get to where I am a number of times. So please, athlete in the 8th, for our vocation, our life purpose, in terms of our mystical and spiritual power, our life calling for this Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, and cross-watcher, timeless work, career, vocation, a read. Lovely, lovely. Wow. Okay. I see how this interconnects. So, throat chakra, you'll see why I'm coughing in a minute. Athlete, over the head, spiritual calling, Bastet. The Six of Flames, which would be the Six of Wands, the key word play. So, play ball, right? Right, your creativity, definitely throat chakra. Sixes numerologically are about harmony and balance. Yes, the victory card in traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, but this is inside of you. So Bastet is one of my goddesses. I mean, she's the Egyptian solar goddess with the cat head, man. I'm in Bastet. Oh, I got a circle cast called the Bass Cast. I bet you could probably find that somewhere on my YouTube channel. Witch Class Cycle 1 staple. So that's great. That's in terms of creativity, right? So a good balance there. So that could be leverage. Here, interestingly enough, with the Judge, we have a court card. The Sagittarius card, the Crone of Flames, Ceridwen. I've heard it said a bunch of different ways. A goddess of mutable fire through her cauldron. The mythology of Ceridwen, I've always called her Ceridwen, I think. From the Celts, the Tuatha De Danann and all of that. The cauldron of transformation, mutable fire. So again, I say this all the time. If it's a court card on the inside, Sagittarius, that would be the Knight of Wands. Inside, if you have any planets in Sagittarius, there's a clue there, a tip. I may not give you the whole story, but it could make this general reading more specific. But definitely, if you think of the archer, the hunter, if you will, with that whole quiver of arrows, you probably got a lot of choices and a lot of decisions, and they're shifting and changing, and what you want might be shifting and changing, and that would be a good thing for a judge trying to manage fair distribution of power. Well, do I shoot that arrow first or that one? I do that one, I do that one. So it feels like you're chewing on a lot. Throat chakra, spit, swallow, or chew. Spit it out. Swallow it, chew on it, right? 3 speeds, because guess what? We've got a double whammy on the table, right? Am I looking at this right? Well, sorta. So warrior in work, you work warrior, work witch warrior. Justice, Ma'at, who weighs your heart after every death that you personally go through. I mean, when you croak, essentially, she weighs your heart on the scales. And if your heart is heavier than an ostrich feather, I believe, it depends on your definition, which translation of the Egyptian Book of the Dead you're dealing with. If your heart is heavier than the feather, let's start with the nice one. If your heart is equal to balancing or lighter than the feather, you get to move on to the next world. How lovely. Some interpretations is that if your heart is heavier, your soul gets eaten by a demon. Obviously, I keep coming back. So I think the second one is probably what happens. You just reincarnate, right? The justice more than the judgment day that we are thinking about usually when we hear that idea of after death. Now, heart, third eye, crown, major arcana in a chakric zone, it's all of them. So this is absolutely about getting very, 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 very clear about justices or injustices going on within yourself or dealing with what's going on in your work. I have to say, like, just making the shift from dealing with clients face to face to doing it on video and algorithms and logarithms and all this stuff seems very unfair sometimes. So to be really, really sure within yourself that you are what? Developing your strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will. Heroism, because the opposite of heroism is villainism, which is certainly what we see in the shadow attribute here, right? So, we're being measured, but on the inside, particularly feeling if something, maybe we're done with something, right? Maybe something is wanting in the balance here, either from within us or because of what's going on in the outside world. So let's look at that. Lower 3 chakras are certainly first level of power dominant. We're going to look at it in all 3 levels. But the solar plexus is your relationship to yourself, your honor code, which I think would be involved with both the Judge and Ma'at, the Justice card. Second chakra, relationships to other individual people, one-on-one, money, sex, power. And these these timeless work, career, vocation reads are about the money, right? But it's like bringing it all into alignment. And of course, root chakras, groups, tribes, industries, corporations, tribal dynamic, as well as the physical aspect of work, career, vocation. Let's see what's going on. This should be fun. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my gods of earth, the sign of Virgo, powers of the north, please, my beloved, gods of immutable earth like sand, always shifting, always changing, always filtering. Please, 3 cards face down for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and who were drawn to this reading. What do they need to be aware of? Outside in, inside out, lower 3 chakra, masculine dynamic, yang dynamic in their work, career, vocation. They've got the warrior in the 8th chakra of their work, Ma'at, justice, heart, their 3rd eye crown. What's that look like? Outside in, inside out. 2nd level of power, judge in the 8th, Ceridwen, the crone of flames, the knight of wands on the inner. What's going on? Ooh, got it, on the outer. And for vocation, we got the athlete. Like, that's cool in its gold. That's really cool in its gold. So yeah, athlete in the 8th, play, 6 of flames on the inner with Bastet. What's going on there? Ooh, they keep giving me 2. There might be a little indecision going on here. There might be a little bit of a crossroads. What's going on? Lower 3 chakras for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers in their vocation. So they can alchemize, shadow light, let go, paint to be toxic and healthy, blah, blah, blah. Oh, in this timeless work, career, vocation read. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. Buckle up. Here we go. Okay. So, vocation, athlete. Got it. Right? Spiritual athlete. Let's go training, right? Let's put on the cross trainers. We got some chakras to buff. Play on the inside, wonderful. But with 5 of swords on the outer, oh boy, a change of mind, a change of conversation, a conflict, a mental conflict. From the outside, looking in, if this is you looking at yourself from the outside horizontally, we are looking at perhaps some thoughts changing, some conversations going on here. But 5's numbers of change for sure can also mean a little bit of a push and pull conflict, a disagreement, as you probably know. So to play along, to do it, to use it, you could almost say it's like a training exercise, right? To play with this, but to be creative with it. For all of the 5 of swords that may come on here, the 6 would obviously come, usually seen as a journey by water from choppy water to smooth. 6s again are harmony, and it feels like your 3rd chakra is in enough of a balance and a harmony there to do this wisely and well. Or are you going to be entitled about it, right? Or you're going to, stand your ground even when you know you're wrong, right? Particularly, again, with this judge archetype. And it's also okay to say, hey, look, I'm just doing the best that I can. I'm chewing on things as I go, and I'm trying to set my limits. I'm trying to transcend my limits. I'm trying to bring things into action spiritually, so to speak. Here, this looks like we might have some help with the judge in the 8th, Sagittarius on the inner, King of Pentacles, Capricorn on the outer, Cardinal Earth. Now, sure, as Earth signs, that could be the more Saturnian boundaried deal for Virgos. Sure, I love Capricorns. I really love Capricorns. They're so serious. They bring out the Tigger in me when they go all Eeyore. But this could be somebody else. This absolutely. Do they have to be a Capricorn? No. But I would certainly look at the 10th house dynamic. 10th house dynamic of Capricorn is highest potential. Not just higher potential. There's always a higher potential. It's your highest potential, your highest destiny. Imagine all of your lead alchemized to gold in what I call the golden timeline. The most loving, wise, empowered choices and decisions, arrows that you let fly, but perhaps with the support of someone. I gotta say, that feels like someone. Again, does it have to be Capricorn? No. A lot of people don't even know their moon signs, let alone their rising or anything like that. So I go very, very easy with that. Of course, if you are in collaboration or you do have planets in Capricorn, that can make this a little bit more specific for you, so that you do this wisely, so that you do this fairly. It is a wisdom family archetype, but it feels like with Sagittarius on the inner, we got choices. We got a lot of choices. Do they feel like life-changing decisions? No, but lots of little different choices that we have to make. Now, you look at that from the point of view of an athlete, right? You just don't do glutes every day. Ow, what a pain in the ass. Right? Yeah, I mean, I dance pretty much every day. That is not just my cardio, but also my resistance training, because you should see, I'm a professionally trained dancer. So, yeah, so I can get my groove on there, and that certainly gets me into balance. And does clear me out, right? So that I can be very, very clear about what it is that I want from moment to moment to moment. Now, here's the one. We've got 2 major arcana cards now here in work, and I think this will make sense why. Okay? Warrior in the 8th, Justice Ma'at, the Death card, Lord Hades in the Mythic Tarot, a transformation, probably, I would think, rising from ashes rather than going to. Death is not the end. It's the 13th card in the major arcana, in the Fool's Journey. So it's halfway through, right? With card number 21 is the World card, and figuring the 0 is the Fool. It's like pretty much halfway through. So, you know, to do this fairly, it might be that your work situation, major arcana, all lower 3 chakras, are going through a death and rebirth. Going to or coming from ashes, it's just part of that journey. So do you see, it's going to take an Amazon. Lassos much. Weapon jewelry much. Strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will. Heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice, and let's say integrating the ego, which is going to fight change and transformation unless it's getting what it wants, right? So, very powerful here, but it does make sense then that perhaps these mental conflicts going on, these conversations that may be triggering you perhaps, that it's helping you come into balance in terms of playing the game. All right, let's play the game, but let's play it according to higher skills, higher rules than maybe everyone else is playing, and I can relate to that doing what I do. But I just wonder who this is. I do like a Capricorn. Yeah. All right. We are done with Chakra Land and Tarot Town. Now let's get your last 3 cards, one of which is The Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angela Hartfield, to help remove the symbolic atomic. Ooh, I like that. I didn't say that before. I love my guides. To remove the atomic obstacles, those 3 atoms in between lead and gold, the Hindu elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and removing of obstacles. I've cultivated a relationship with him since I worked with the Ashaya monks back in 1998. So, let's see what Ganesh has to say. And we're going to put this one right under the work. We will put the Crystal Oracle under career. And we're going to end with a Mac-Con healing mantra. And we'll put that under vocation. But it's supposed to cover all 3. Because I used to have 3 healing mantras. It was overwhelming. So you only get 1. It's supposed to be holographic. But in these readings so far, I've noticed that they sort of do apply directly to the level of power they're under or in. Whatever. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call to the beloved Lord Ganesh, god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles, please, beloved one. 1 card in clarity for the Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video and drawn to this reading. What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power, your oracle message to help the Virgo collective, myself included, probably here, and the cross watchers to fulfill their life purpose through the archetypal lenses of work, career, and vocation, alchemizing their shadow to light, lead to gold, removing those obstacles from pain to peace, from poverty to prosperity, from perdition to paradise, from fear to love. In this Virgo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Sun, and Cross Watcher work, career, vocation, read decisions. And just Fiddler on the Roof dust. Oh, Tevye. Card number 31, decision. And he got a mace in his face. All right? And I don't mean the kind, I mean the kind. I was raised by a nursery school teacher. I got lots of sound effects in my subconscious mind. By the way, hi Malenka, I love you. Oh, this is Virgo's sister. I'm going to do that in every reading for the rest of my life when I'm doing Virgo. I don't do it for her other signs. Let's call it a grace. Decision. Card number 31. Consider all of your options to make an informed choice. I don't know, like a judge maybe. What exactly do you want in this situation? Are you satisfied with the way things are moving in your life? Ganesh is guiding you to know that your desires are within your sights. Odds are in your favor. The decision that is before you is either sticking with what you know or breaking out and trying something new. That is in this reading. Now, I said it felt like there were just some choices to be made here, but it feels like these might be a number of little choices that actually add up to a life-changing decision. The decision that is before you is either sticking to what you're doing or breaking out and trying something new. This is a time for veering out into a new adventure or making a decision that deviates from your typical trend or habit. And I would say that Sagittarius card, Heart, Throat, Third Eye, Crown, in the career might very well be that, but it's a wise decision, wisdom, family archetype. Ganesha will gift you with a greater understanding of who you are and what you are capable of creating. Zero in on a goal. Hello, athlete. Take the step to make the selection. You have worked hard and really evolved through your life lessons. Get ready for a change. Motivate yourself by taking time to rejuvenate, right? You just can't train every single day. I mean, that's like doing glutes every day for 30 days and nothing else. Yeah, your butt looks great, but you can't walk. As you move through your day-to-day schedule in new ways, you create new thoughts. When Ganesha is holding the mace called Gada, G-A-D-A, Gada, he is challenging you to be more decisive. Once you start being more strong-minded, you will create the opportunity to reflect on your longer-term goals and desires. You'll then be in a better position to plan ahead and ensure you achieve those goals. You benefit now from a newfound sense of confidence and are ready for a major change. And I think that's the death card here in the work, lower three chakras. I really, really do. You might consider travel to exotic places. Oh, that would be lovely. Further education or a major career change at this point. There we go. This will expand your learning and development and grow your horizons beyond your immediate environment. With careful planning and moderated approach, you will set yourself up for success now and moving forward in the future. And I have to say, for 25 years of drawing the circle productions, that resonates with me a lot. Oh, not just a little lot. A whole lot. So the decisions that we make, it really feels like that's first level of power. Even though it said career, but, we're talking an archetypal language here that, maybe Angela Hartfield didn't consider when she was writing the bookie book, but it's a really good bookie book. Ready? Crystal Oracle, Tony Carmine Salerno. If you have the stone indicated, really good idea to grab a hold of it, right? At least put the mantra, the last card, down into it. A little touchstone, a little reminder, a little something, right, to carry with you, a little magic in your purse, in your bra, in your pocket, or wherever you may put it. I like jewelry, obviously. So let's see which one it is. And if you ain't got the stone, because some of them are rare and some of them are expensive, clear quartz does everything for every piece of jewelry. You're a Virgo. I'm sure you have some. Please take a nice deep breath. Because this is a lot of fun, this one. Still point. Coming to you from the 5-card draw. What do I need reads? I call upon the beloved Archangel Ariel, my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the North Powers of Earth, hence the Crystal Oracle. Please, beloved Archangel of Nature, Archangel of Wealth, Archangel of Lions, please, one card in clarity for the Virgo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading. What is your Crystal Oracle message, with or without stone application? What is your guidance, your grace, your love, your wisdom, your power to help us alchemize and manifest? Well, alchemize the shadow light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, poverty to prosperity, enslavement to freedom, liberation for the Virgos, to help us manifest our life purpose through work, career, vocation for this timeless work, career, vocation read. Petrified wood. Petrified wood, if petrified could. Let's see. This one has not come up in a while. I think I have a piece of petrified wood. Some guy might have left it behind when he was fleeing for his life. I'm kidding. Sort of. Let's see. Rose quartz, rhodonite, pyrite, petrified wood. Standing the test of time. I'm going to try not to cry on camera. Come on, 25 years as an S corporation of one person. Transformation, death card, and strength, athlete, and warrior. Oh my goodness. True wisdom stands the test of time because it stems from the eternal part of our nature, the soul. The soul is eternal. The ego and the personality come and go. A magical transformation is about to occur through an unexpected turn of events. This is all the result of the strength and commitment you have long shown towards something you truly believe in. That's the athlete and the warrior. Both of those, right? It will soon be time to accept your reward, knowing you were right after all. Sorry, that wasn't good enough. That was better. The strength and commitment you have shown for so long will serve you well. I may cry after this reading. Many who have until now either ridiculed you or attempted to discredit you will all of a sudden want to jump to your side. Oh, do we have to sift through narcissists again? That's okay. I got the jewelry for it. Approach at your own risk. It is possible to stand firm in your beliefs, yet also to show compassion towards others. Well, that's a work in progress on planet Earth in general. But petrified wood, don't be a scared wood. Petrified wood, standing the test of time. That touches me in a heart chakra way. Don't go there, Virgos. I'm not monetized, but that still doesn't mean I don't press my luck. Judge archetype much? Last card down, the Metcon Healing Mantra. I've had this deck since it was published. Bought it right from his website. Very helpful. All of my readings have one of these in them. They work if you work them. Let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of Life Purpose, through the archetypal lenses of work, career, and vocation, please, beloved ones, one card in clarity. The perfect healing mantra to help the Virgo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers alchemize our shadow to light, our lead to gold, our pain to peace, our toxic to healthy, our fear to love, right? Our ornery to joyful, right? Our stuck to flow, our poverty to prosperity, our perdition to paradise. What do you got for us? The perfect healing mantra, so that we can manifest all of that inspiration with the athlete in the eighth and the judge chewing on it, creating with the judge, and standing our ground and doing what we got to do with the mace of decision as we go through this transformation in our work for the Virgo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, perfect healing mantra, please. for this timeless work, career, vocation read. Receiving elation. I am born of infinite joy. Have you noticed? And that is very apparent when I am doing what I love, like right in this moment. Receiving elation. So just that receiving, it's yen. This is about from the inside out, most likely. That's why I read it from the boogie book. I can't remember. I know the mantras by heart, but I don't always remember exactly which one is which. I am born of infinite joy. Yeah, scream that at the top of your lungs. People love that. When elation is received, joy becomes your natural state of being. It is the natural state of being of the soul. Just saying. Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now. In elation, you are aligning with the ecstatic nature of the universe to live each moment with renewed passion and purpose. I've been building that for quite a while in my work, career, vocation. Elation helps you enjoy your human journey as it is right now without projecting your fulfillment onto the anticipation of future pending outcomes, which going through a transformation is very easy for the mind to do that, and that could be what this is. Oh, but what if this, and what if that, and what if that? And then you have the toxicity of the well-being. Well, if you do that, your root chakra might explode, and then I say to them, well, pull your crown chakra out of my root chakra, please. I'm a top. Where did I leave off? This mantra is ideal for increasing the flow of creative inspiration. Hello, needed. Elevating the immune system. Talk about 6th house dynamic, health and occupation, and being more present, being in the here and now, receiving elation. Does that make sense? That makes sense. So, let's put it together in a blessimation, a combination of the word blessing and summation. And at the end of that will be the end of the reading, but I'm going to talk a little bit about Drawing the Circle Productions and our 25th anniversary and some things you might want to know about. Shall we, darling? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, signs, and cross watchers. Watching this video, maybe doing this video, and receiving this reading, may we be blessed with all that we need in our vocation to embrace the dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, and developing the personal willpower and strength of spirit, because we can play with this in the throat chakra behind our eyes. We don't have to make this great, big, huge decision today, particularly if there is some confusion, some argumentative, a little bit of a windstorm going on in the physical world in terms of the conversations and the thoughts about all of this. And may we be blessed with what we need in our career, that we can balance justice and compassion and manage the fair distribution of power, because we got a lot of choices and decisions and heart's desires and things going on here. But with that stabilizing, step-by-step Saturnian boundaried cardinal earth of Capricorn, whether this is us from the outside looking in or somebody from the outside looking at us, or we're looking at them, may we be blessed, and may that Capricorn highest potential truly manifest here for us in our career, so that in our work we can embrace our strength, skill, discipline, and toughness of will, being able to make the tough choices, heroism, stoicism, and self-sacrifice, and integrating the ego, because we are getting that balance inside. We are coming from a place of fairness, and usually this shows up when it feels like something is unfair, and that might be the case going through a transformation. We don't know what we're going to be like. The cookie dough doesn't know what it's like to be a cookie, but it has to go through the fires to get there. So may the grace of Lord Hades, the death card, give us the grace to surrender and let go what is no longer needed, because there is a major decision that only we can make here. That what we want is in our sights. We just need to make the decision, and with the mutable fire here and with the playful with Bastet on the inner, this is pretty much an inside job while the outside transforms. And certainly that we can withstand the test of time, that we can do this with integrity, and we may very well discover that we were right all along, and that there are people who might have ridiculed and not understood. That's their level of consciousness. We're at our own. And with that wisdom family archetype of the judge, judge. We need not judge those who have judged us, because all they're doing is projecting, because what is repressed must be projected. That's just psychological law. And so that we can receive the elation, which is our birthright. It is the natural state of the soul, joy, because we are born of infinite joy. So may we be blessed with all that we need to fulfill our life purposes, to manifest the very happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, and wisest in our lives by fulfilling our sacred contracts in our life purpose as Virgos and cross-watchers in service to a better world which starts within us for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is, just as Optimus Prime pulls up in front of my window to flagellate himself with the garbage dumpster outside. That's what I call divine timing, and I am into it. If you liked this video, I can talk over that thing. If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe, subscribe, comment. Even hit the notification bell if you want, because what that does is it helps other Virgos and cross-watchers find this reading. That's all it does. It's all it's doing for me, because I'm on Patreon, the land of no algorithms, logarithms, whatever you want to call it. No. You sign up for a level of subscription on my Patreon. I just redid the welcome video in the intro. Go check it out. Probably a link in the description box. I practically guarantee that. I love it over there. Right? You sign up, you get everything in that. You can switch, and there are changes coming to Patreon. I talk about that in the new video that I just did 2 nights ago or so. So check out Come Patreon on Patreon. And my prices have changed as of May 1st. I know this video is most likely coming out after May 1st. So click the link. It's no longer called Booking a Reading with Mel. It is now called Booking Private Sessions with Mel, which includes spiritual counseling, readings, of course, and eventually I might get back to taking hands-on healing clients. I talk about it there. But most importantly, we're the servants of the universe. We can, an athlete, judge, warrior, sounds right up our alley. Very Themyscira, right? Very Wonder Woman. I am so into this. And petrified wood. I'm pretty sure I have a piece of it upstairs in my room of requirement. Gotta change the name of that now, don't I? Yeah, we'll call it something. The Vault. No, that's a bar. Oof. Flashback. Wishing you all the very, very best. The very, very blessed. My beloved Virgos, I do go on and I am goofy, but that's a grace too. I have the grace of goofy. So wishing you the very best. In your work, career, vocation, let them have it. I love you, and don't set those arrows free until you're ready. I love you. Hang in there. Heal. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.